So it's been 1 year since I started using this camera here, the Insta360 Go 2. And today I'm breaking down my plus points and my pain points of this little camera. I'll be talking about what I use it for and how I've introduced it into my content creation workflow. And also, after 1 year of using it, is it something that I would recommend for other content creators? And also, who in particular should consider investing in this little camera? So yes, I purchased this camera over a year ago, and after I did the initial review of it, I wasn't sure whether I would use it on a regular basis, but I can confidently say now that I pretty much use this camera every time I go out to shoot photos or videos or do any type of content creation. And chances are that if you're a regular viewer of my content, you would have seen some of the Insta360 Go 2 footage in my videos. And if you're not a regular viewer, this is a great opportunity now to hit the subscribe button and the little bell for notifications. So one of the main reasons why this little camera is so convenient to use is because it's so little and compact. You have the charging base, and inside you can actually take the camera out, and that is the camera that you can use to mount to various different types of mount. What I have constructed here is this front pouch, which is dedicated to my Insta360 Go. So basically the first mount here, which attaches onto the pouch and can be an instant POV if I'm using my camera. But inside, I also have the pendant. You can wear this around your neck. You can have this underneath your t-shirt or jumper, and it just clips in like that. I also have the mount for your hat. Oh, my hair. And then again, you've got another great POV. I have the selfie stick, a battery pack, as well as, it's like Mary Poppins pulling all this stuff out. All that is. As well as the USB-C cable, which means that I can charge this on the go. So basically having all of this stuff in an easily accessible pouch makes it even easier, I guess, to use the Insta360 Go on the go. Another thing that makes this super convenient and easy is literally the one tap record. You tap it once, you hear this small vibrate on the actual unit, and that means that it's recording. You tap it again, you get a longer vibrate, and that means it's stopped recording. This camera is made for short bursts of behind the scenes, some cool special effects, things like time lapses, warp stabilized footage. You have a stabilizer built into the camera, but also you have a piece of software which is free that you can use, the Insta360 software, where you can add even more stabilization, and it makes it look like it's floating on air. Off the back of that, another great feature is the Flash Cut software, which can create these almost like iPhone-esque AI edits with the music and the effects, and it does all of that for you in the app. So if you are out and about and you're taking little snippets of footage here and there, and you want to just put it all together, but you don't want to sit on Premiere or Final Cut and be there for an hour making this 1 minute or 30-second video, Flash Cut will do that for you, and then you can go into the software and tweak it yourself. I literally have done loads of social bits in my Insta Reels and TikToks using this camera of days out, where I'll just take little snippets of things that I'm creating and making, and then just get that stuff out there. Whoa, what's going on? Hello, little bean. And this is a great place to mention that if you haven't done so already, go and add yourself to the Kai Creative Facebook and Instagram accounts to stay up to date with all of our creative happenings. One of the points of this camera that should definitely not be overlooked is the fact that it is a POV, or point of view camera. I think people want to see that more and more. If you create a video or made a cool effect and shared it on social media, 9 times out of 10, people want to know how you created that video. So having something like this with short bursts of behind the scenes helps to satisfy the curiosity that people have for how you created the things that you create. So that is another great selling point of the Insta360 Go 2. Let's have a little sit for this bit. One of the big issues with the Insta360 is the cracking of the case. I have used this for a year, but you'll start to see that these cracks start to form on the actual charging base unit. This doesn't inspire confidence for robustness of this particular camera. Now, I know a few people who have completely cracked the outside base. I have to say, I've put this through quite a bit of use and it has so far survived, But having those cracks appear and not really knowing how they came about doesn't inspire confidence that this is going to survive another year of content creative use. So that's something to consider, not just when you're purchasing it, but also for the manufacturers at Insta360. When you work on your revised version of this, work on making the outer casing more robust. Another issue with this camera is that I don't always know 100% if it is recording. There have been times where I thought I was recording and I wasn't, and that is down to the fact that you do have this LED displaying that it's recording, but I can't see that if it's on my hat. So I'm relying completely on the vibration of the unit to tell me that it's recording. So if you miss the feeling of that vibration, then you may just end up recording copious amounts of unusable footage, and also you use up your memory and your battery. And those are other issues with this camera. The memory is only 32 gig and it doesn't have a 4K filming option. So all of those things can be quite annoying. By not having 4K, I've had to upscale the 1080, which doesn't always look good in my YouTube videos. Other qualms with this camera are the memory. It's only 32 gig and the battery life isn't great. That's why I've got an additional charging pack in this pack here. One thing to consider is that when it's not in the charging base, it doesn't last that long. So you've got to keep putting it in this base. You can't just have it out on your hat or on your chest rig or whatever. You do have to keep putting it in this periodically to charge it up, and then you do need to charge this base unit up as well. In my opinion, this camera is perfect for content creators who are solo content creators like me, who more often than not are going out filming by themselves. But having this camera with the quick press of a button to film something POV, or to just put it to the side somewhere, some behind the scenes stuff, or maybe just some creative B-roll to just tell a story, perhaps if you're doing a travel video and you want to have snippets on your social media, and it doesn't have to be the best quality. Now, another thing that I haven't mentioned, which is really useful about the Insta360 Go 2, is it gives you the option to create these videos in portrait and landscape at the same time. So if you film in pro video, you should get that option, and you should be able to do the portrait videos for your socials, and then for videos that you want on YouTube or Vimeo. Does anyone still use Vimeo? Or Facebook? For those kind of different types of aspect ratios, this camera is also really useful in creating that. So that's another pro point there. It could be for people who just want snippets of their days out. If you've got a family and you want to make a family friendly videos, you don't want to edit for ages and you want to put content out there, again, this camera is awesome for that. Also, that the creativity of the shots, getting time lapses, hyperlapses, getting running shots that are stabilized with your kids running around and not having this super shaky footage. This camera is definitely a great option for those of you. So if you're interested in picking up an Insta360 Go 2, they are currently selling on Amazon for about $300 to $320, just under £370 here in the UK. There are links down in the description box below. They are affiliate links. You will not pay a penny more, but I do get a little finder's fee for each purchase that's made. So I do appreciate all of you that click on those links. Thank you very much. So that's my 1 year review of the Insta360 Go 2, a valuable little travel companion for those of you who want those POV behind the scenes shots, but also those travel shots as well. What about you guys? Are you interested in getting an Insta360 Go 2, or do you already have one and use it for different types of content? Let me know down in the comment section below. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All that I've got left to say is stay creative, stay safe, imagine, implement, and inspire. And I will catch you next time on Kai Creative.